Hello students, let's study tenses. And as you know, tenses, as per the definition, is the study of verb forms to show the time of an action or state. So let's study it in detail, and in this video I am going to talk about the structure of tenses and of course the examples and uses. Whenever we study tenses, its structures and the uses are always there to help you to grab the complete knowledge of it. So here we go. Tenses per the definition is the form of verb forms. So of course we should know the verb forms. You know that we have 5 forms of verbs which are first, that is called the base form, or it is also called the root form of the verb. The second one is V2, which is the past form. You must remember that this past form is always used only in the past sentences or simple past tenses. The third form is called past participle form, and it is used in the perfect tenses. So remember, I will be using it in the perfect tenses of all the sentences which will come in perfect. The fourth form is the formatory form, which is called present participle, and it is formed by adding ing in the first form of the verb. So you can say V1 plus ing is the fourth form of the verb. And now fifth form of the verb is always used in present simple with third person singular number only. And now let's study it in details. As you already know, tenses are of 3 types. The first one is present tense, which locate a situation at the present moment. Whatever we are doing at the present moment, this is referred in the present tense. This may be an event, a state which holds over time, at present moment, at present situation. And then there is the past tense, which refers to the definite event or state that is prior to utterance time, like if we are talking now, or any kind of happening took place in the past, that will be referred in the past tense. The third one is future tenses. In future tenses, actually let me remind you that the traditional grammar says there are only 2 types of tenses, that is the present and the past. There is no future tense, it's only time. Remember, there is no existence of future tenses. Present tenses and past tenses are only there. Now, let's see, according to the traditional grammar, the 3 tenses which are present, past and future, as per the aspects, have been divided in their 4 forms. So they are simple tenses, which you can also know with the name indefinite tenses. Second one is the continuous, also known as progressive tenses. The third one is perfect, and the fourth one is known as perfect continuous. Remember, as per all these 3 tenses have 4 aspects, so there are 4 tenses in each category. So we have total 12 tense forms. So we will be studying about all these 12 tense forms, but first of all, let's study about the present tenses. In the present tenses, the first is simple present, which takes the structure of subject plus first form of the verb, and as I told that the 5th form of the verb is also used in it to use it with the third person singular number. You can find the example here. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. I will be talking more about this simple present tense with its uses and structures in the next slide. Now, the second one is present continuous, which you already know is with the structure of subject plus is, are, am, and the fourth form of the verb. Remember over here, the continuous form will always take the fourth form of the verb. Whenever there is the matter of continuous tenses, we always use the fourth form of the verb. Like, I am teaching tenses. Here you can see teaching is the fourth form and I is the subject. I must tell you guys there that subject, all the nouns and pronouns work like the subject. You can also understand subjects are actually the doer of the work. One who does the work is referred as the subject. So you can use any of the subject, and then after subject you use the verb is, am, are, and then the fourth form of the verb, which will be present continuous. And the next one is present perfect, that is with the structure subject plus has, have plus with third. You already know has, have is the two verbs which always takes third form of the verb, and we also know the third form of the verb is called the perfect tenses. Let's see the example. You have helped the needy boy recently. Here after have, helped came, which is a kind of example of present perfect. Now the fourth one is present perfect continuous tenses. So present perfect continuous tenses has the structure subject plus has, have plus been plus V4. Guys, remember, if the subject is singular then has comes. If the subject is plural then have comes. You can see the example. You have been learning well for 5 years. Here you can see this for 5 years is the time indicative words, and of course I will be talking about their uses and structures which will give you clearance of all these ideas. So let's study it in detail. The first one, simple present tenses. You can see we have the forms. Forms, when we talk, we have 3 forms of sentences that we study. That's plus, which indicate positive sentences, minus, which indicates negative sentences, and cross symbol indicates the question marks. So we study just 3 types of sentences when we study in the tenses. That is positive sentences. Here you can see he works. He works, subject plus V5, because you know he is singular, so V5 S or ES form came, so it's he works, so it's a simple present. And to make its question sentences we use do and does. Remember, as per the helping verb we use do or does to make its question. Here you can see does he work. Does he work is the question sentence of he works. Remember, he is there as the subject, so does came. Does is there to the helping verb. Now for the negative sentences, we have to use do not or does not. He does not work. Here does not is used because subject is he and it's a negative sentence. Now let's know its uses. Remember that simple present tense is the only tense which indicates the work which is your habit, or you can say simple present tenses are used to express the habitual or repeated action in the present, to express a condition that is true at any time. Remember, the fact that is called universal truth is also indicated in simple present. Let's see the example. The sun shines every day. Here the shining of the sun is a usual habit, that's why it is in simple present. The next use is to express general truth that are timeless, well-known laws or principles. Like you already know, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This sentence is a usual fact, universal truth, or well-known principle. So, all the well-known principles are indicated with the simple present tenses. Another examples you can talk whenever you express your daily routine. The work which you do regularly, which you do daily or each day as per your habit, you can talk about them in the simple present tenses. And next use you can see to report what happens in the printing text or quotations. Like Mr. William asserts that laughing is the best medicine. If you're writing anything in the printing media, if you're writing the views or quotations of anyone, we use simple present tenses. The next use is to describe past events as if they were happening now. They are happening now, but in fact they are the past incident. Such kind of sentences are called historical present. Let's see the example. Suppose you went to visit somewhere and you saw that it was in the existence that the snow falls there in December. But the amount of snow was still there. You can say the snow falls here in December. The amount of snow still on the ground is a sock. So falling of the snow was the December event, the past event, but you can see its effect is still there. For such kind of incident, you can use simple present tenses. Another aspect is there that shows that if something is there which is always true, like the glass is green, you can say the water is always good for us, we need water. Such kind of things are always written in simple present tenses. For this you use subject plus first form or subject plus helping verb and then the noun.